Hey, it's Jacqueline here with your monthly market update for Northumberland County for February 2024. This is where we have a look back at everything that happened last month in Northumberland real estate as we look ahead to what's coming down the pipeline this spring. So let's get started. Last month, we had a total of 393 active listings, which is up by about 11% from January. And we had 125 homes in total sell in Northumberland, which was a very nice increase by about 52% from the previous month. Last but certainly not least, we ended the month sitting at an average sale price in Northumberland of $735,000, which is up just slightly from January. Now, when we're looking at a month to month in such a small community as Northumberland, it's a fairly small sample size of homes we're looking at. So we also like to have a look at what's happening overall in the year to date projections of what's been going on in the market. And it's interesting around that because we're seeing a lot of the same trends. So overall year to date, sales are up by about 45% in Northumberland, and our average sale price is actually up by about 9% year to date compared to January and February of 2023. So a really nice little bump in the sales. And I think a lot of what we're seeing is a lot of the properties at the higher end are starting to sell again, where we saw those numbers fairly flat last year. Last but certainly not least, a number that I always like to really focus on and look at in terms of what's coming down the pipeline is the increase or decrease in terms of inventory. So as we've talked about many times before, real estate is always about supply and demand. So we know the demand for real estate in Northumberland is certainly up this year, as I said, by about a 45% number of sales that are happening more than what they did this time last year. But the interesting number that we also want to factor in is what is happening with our active inventory. So currently speaking, we're up about 55% for the number of listings. So again, as I've said before, we are likely to see a lot more listings coming down the pipeline as we get more into the months of March and April. And it will be interesting to see how quickly we see those sales continue to step up and whether or not we're going to continue to see that average price go up or if we're going to see that flat line over the next few months. Till next month, take care and stay safe.